What's up, guys? Your favorite Rambling Redhead here. How are you today? Thanks for coming along, join me on another adventure. I hope you enjoyed our little trip to go look at some RVs, and guess what? Or some RVs, some mobile homes. Guess what? It's Memorial Day weekend this weekend, so we're going back out to my best friend's house to hang out after church on Sunday. But we're not taking the camper this time. So, I'm filming today. It is a Saturday. I just got off work, and I have a problem. Let me show you my problem. So these are my steps. This is a very normal step that you'll see on an RV all over the world. I would love to upgrade them because they are very flimsy. As you can see, they have broken both of the bolts that are under this door. You may remember 2 weeks back I went and repaired the bolt that was broken, and unfortunately that section of floor under there, at some point before I owned it, the door was leaking, it got wet, and it's just damaged. I do have a solution in mind where I'm going to add a plate under here to mount these steps to, but I'm not doing that right now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to build some new stairs. So as you can see, these stairs are they're 8 inches tall. This is your traditional stair step. So we're 8 inches, 8 inches, and 8 inches. So what I'm going to do instead of this fold-out set, they'll stay on there for now. If we need them in a pinch, they'll be there. But it'll be a set that will just set on the ground for us to step up into the camper. So I'll actually make them just a smidge shorter, so they don't get up here into the way of this door. And I'll make them narrow enough that they fit through the door here, 24 inches wide, which is what the opening is. So this opening is just over 24 inches. So I'll probably make these steps about 22 inches so that they will fit quite comfortably into that space. So I just got to grab me something to figure out the angle I'm going to do this at, and that'll be that. Throw these stairs together real quick. Got some 2x8s that I had. We were going to we were planning to sometime redo the trim, I guess you call it, the support around our awning in the back, and we decided we're not going to do that this year. So I'm going to use this material that we bought for that last year to make these stairs, because frankly getting into the camper's more important to me than getting a new edge around the patio and getting it level, because right now our patio leans like this pretty hardcore, so it'll drain, but it's a lot more than it needs. So I'm gonna go back there, grab a couple things, we'll find this angle, and we'll get this started. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled down a pressure treated 2x6 that I had up in the shop here, up there on my shelf. That was to redo the patio cover. If you've never noticed in the background, they made sure that it was going to drain, that's for sure. Unfortunately, I have never gotten up there and cleaned that gutter out, so it's pretty full of junk. But it does still work. But I don't have thick enough material to make risers out of for these stairs, so I'll essentially be building just a 2-step shelf kind of thing. It'll make sense as I go through it, I think, because I've only got 2x6 big thing. If I had some 2x8s or probably 10s, I could make a traditional stair riser. It's only 2 steps that I'm making, so it's not like it's a huge deal anyway. But the whole thing, I'll screw it together and it should be just fine. But I've got my 2x6 out here, and I'm going to drag it outside real quick and cut these 2 steps out of it, and then we'll jump into this next step. Alright, so here's what we ended up with. We've got our 2 22-inch wide runners. I've got 2 6-inch wide risers, and I have 2 13.5-inch tall risers. So the way this will lay out is these guys will go on here like so, just like that. And I'll pre-drill them because I'm going into the ingrain, obviously. Same thing down here, just like so. And I'm going to cut one more piece that will go against here to give me a place to screw this one into this one, tying all the legs together quite nicely. And then I will, that'll be it. That'll be my step. So it should be, after that, just ready for paint. So I'm going to get these all drilled and screwed, and I'll be right back. Alright, so those will be our steps, just like that. Quite a fan of this little can-do clamp thing. It's a just a 90-degree corner 2x4 clamp, but it works really well. Quite happy with it. It gives me a good corners. Man, these lights are just killing me today. But anyway, so I'm going to get this marked up so that I can add this last piece. This guy will go just below that point right there. I'll get it marked so I can get it where it goes, so I can screw this board together, tying the whole thing together real nicely. Apologize about the lights in here. I guess I need to add something to this wall so I don't get that weird effect on my face. But yeah, a couple more screws and this thing will be ready to put out there and see how it looks. And there we go, finished product. It's not necessarily beautiful, but until we can I have the time to pull this door off again and repair that and get those stairs so that they're nice, and or we buy some of the nice steps that actually bolt into your door seal and fold up when you're traveling. They're super nice, but they're a few $100s. This will be just fine. I think the change I might make here is I think I'm going to track down a 2x8 to go on both of those to just make that step up a little bit longer, because I think it's fine. Can definitely get up here and get back down again just fine with them, but I feel like that's just kind of narrow and uncomfortable. So I'll probably go to a 2x8 or a 2x10 if I can find one for cheap. But this will work, being made out of you could do this with a single crooked 10-foot piece of wood, is what I did. That was the worst of the 2x6s that we had. Once it had sat for a year, that thing was loopy. So that's just a quick, simple, easy little project. If you need some stairs for your RV, which you can definitely throw together real quick. So on another side note, for anybody that was curious, did get the water heater working on Monday. Like I said, for our trip to Tulsa, we'll need it, because we're going to be there for a few days, so we will need to take showers. But I had to replace the thermostat and the EcoStat thing. Basically, the thermostat sets the temperature, and then this is a max. It's like 160 degrees shut off, so you don't have a problem with the water just getting so hot it hurts somebody. But it does all work now. Everything in here is new. I have a new valve, Eco, T-Stat, igniter, and harness. So now the only part that I haven't replaced is the physical tank itself, and that's the expensive part. So our hot water is working. In fact, everything on the camper is working yet again, which is super cool. And we're pretty much ready for our next trip, which I'm dying for. I am so ready to go. I do have next week's not a busy week, but the week after that we have our preteen camp prep, and then the actual camp the week following that. So I probably won't have an upload that week because I'll just spend the whole week at camp. We get back in camp on Friday. I'll be at work till 5. I'll get off work. I'll have to work Saturday until 3. I'll get off at 3. We go to church Sunday morning, and Sunday at 1 o'clock when we get out of church, it's up to Tulsa for 4 days basically. We're there. I think we're coming back Wednesday night this time. So yeah, I have one other little project that I've got to do on the camper, which is just that valance on that window. My wife took it down. She couldn't get screws back in, so I got to get in there and put those screws back in. But other than that, and I think this thing needs a wash. I got to check my tire pressures. I'll have to add some water to the water tank before we leave, and that's pretty much it. She's ready to hit the road, and I am too. I have you know, sometimes you have those weeks where you're like, it's time. I feel like I'm ready for change. This week was one of those weeks. This week I was definitely ready to hook up the trailer and just go up to Tulsa and just get started on our life up there. But it's not quite time for that yet. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry this was such a short one today. I just wanted to get something filmed so I'd have something to put out here on Memorial Day, since I am going to miss my posting here in 2 weeks more than likely. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.